I am Cameron Flatt.
And I'm Jacob Douglas.
And we just got back from watching Baby Driver, and we're going to talk about it right now. What does it say? Today's Thursday, isn't it? It came out yesterday, so we're a little bit late.
Yeah.
But it's good. I've seen it. This is my second viewing, so this is interesting.
This is my first viewing.
So we got a dichotomy here. From Edgar Wright, director of Scott Pilgrim, Shaun of the Dead, also Hot Fuzz, also World's End, and almost Ant-Man. He did have a writing credit on Ant-Man. This almost feels like the perfect summer movie.
Yeah.
For what a summer movie is.
Yeah.
Summer movies are kind of dumb, kind of obvious, not real thinkers, but very well made, very entertaining. I would say that encapsulates this movie.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's stylish. That's the one word I would describe Baby Driver with, is stylish. And it's definitely a popcorn movie, but not a dumb one, which was refreshing. And going in, if you love Edgar Wright, you have these expectations that definitely, I don't believe it met, but I still enjoyed myself and had a good time. So, I mean, I can't complain, necessarily.
Absolutely. The first time I saw this movie, I came out definitely feeling disappointed. I love all 4 movies he's made before. All 4 are practically as close as you can get to perfect movies for me. And that really hurt my first viewing. Second viewing, I was able to just enjoy myself and not get so caught up on some of the issues I had with it and enjoy the good things about it, which there are a lot of really good things about this movie.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed myself a lot more.
Yeah, I would agree. And like I said, I've only seen it once. I'd love to see it again because I know you pointed out you noticed some things the second viewing, which I think is always good to go see a good movie twice, especially a movie like Baby Driver. So, original IP, feed that cash cow. Feed the good movies and don't go see Transformers.
Yeah,
any
absolutely.
Transformers movie.
No, yeah. If you're thinking, like, I had a friend. He said, "Oh, we wouldn't sell Baby Driver, but I wanted to say Transformers." No, that's not.
You need to not be friends with that person anymore.
If you're looking for just an action movie, this is the one to go for. I would say a lot of people don't know when they're watching a movie that the way it's edited is very important. And this movie is so incredibly well edited because music is important to the movie, and music is such a good source of editing inspiration. And so it's edited in a way and then shot in a way that it feels real because the majority of this movie is actually real.
Yeah. Yeah, and getting into the music a little bit and how it's edited, even how it's shot, as far as how everything connects, right? Like, the gunshots match with the song. They even kind of poke fun at it a little bit, where he plays the song, they start talking, and they're about to get out. He said, "Hold on, I got to restart the song," so it matches up. The music goes perfectly with everything, and it set the tone for the movie. And that's, at the end of the day, when you think of Baby Driver, that's what you'll remember.
I myself am an editor, so I'm a geek for this kind of stuff. But what also works is Kevin Spacey and Jamie Foxx. And John Bernthal is a very small part. Yeah. John Bernthal being famous for playing the Punisher, and Shane from The Walking Dead, and Wolf of Wall Street, and some other stuff. He's excellent in it. Kevin Spacey, very famous for House of Cards. And, if you don't know who Jamie Foxx is, then I'm not even going to
go watch Django. Guys like Fox and guys like Bernthal, they thrive in these kind of supporting roles with these great directors. Another guy who we didn't mention, but I thought was great, John Hamm, Mizzou alumni, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Out of context, if you don't know, we're here at the University of Missouri, so that's very cool. That is really interesting. And he is I read an article earlier today. He's struggling to actually break into film, being so famous for being
Mad Men.
The main character in Mad Men, a television show. And this, not necessarily like this super star-making turn, but definitely a step in the right direction.
Yes, he was really good in his role. Something that pretty much everyone in this movie is able to pull off is that they're good, bad people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And John Hamm, I would say, is the biggest good, bad person in this movie. Because he's one of the most likable characters early on in the film. And then as we slowly start to get into the film, you start to like him less and less.
Yes. there's one key moment where you're supposed to like him, and it's supposed to be a connection between him and Baby, and that scene's really well done. It's impossible. He's so charismatic.
Yeah.
John Hamm is. It's impossible not to like him especially in this one particular scene.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, though, I feel like the core of the movie, Baby and his love interest, Deborah, which the guy from
Ansel Elgort, he's from The Fault in Our Stars.
There you go. Fault in Our Stars also, is he the brother in Divergent series, I think?
I know I've never seen any of those movies. Didn't
well, he's also in the Divergent series, so he's done teenage level young adult stuff, like that young adult stuff.
Yeah,
so.
This is definitely his first mature movie, I would say. And coming into it, he's not terrible.
No, absolutely not.
And that character, well, the guy with so little dialogue, and a lot of it is physical acting, and I think some of it's a little cringe-inducing. But I mean, it'd be hard to pull that off.
The character's supposed to be awkward, and he pulls that off, but sometimes it just... You don't know what's always going on in his head, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. I guess what that boils down to is his performance is inconsistent.
Yeah.
Overall. And while the romance between them is really cute, like they're cute together, it doesn't... That is more or less the plot structure of the movie, is him falling for her and her falling for him. And it happens very quickly, and it doesn't serve as a very good story.
I would agree with that. And coming out, I was like, man, I was blown away by the action. You can't come out of this movie without thinking, wow, that was well shot, great action. The thing I had the most problems with was their relationship and how it was portrayed on the screen and how it didn't make a lot of sense. Not to get into too many spoilers, but the way it happens fast. I would agree with you on that. And then near the second act to the beginning of the third act, their relationship makes no sense to me at all, because it's like they don't even talk, but they still know exactly where they are, and they still are like in love with each other, and it's just... I won't get into too much of that because it's going to get into spoilers, but yeah, their relationship was definitely kind of... It took me out for a while.
This action is also very different from Edgar Wright's other 4 films. I realized he's never really done this very fast pace. It's always, zombies.
Yeah.
And cops in a small town. And
like alien robot
and
robots.
robots. What's actually happening in a lot of his action scenes are slow, and they're shot edited quickly. Here, you have a car, and a lot of car chases, and foot races, and gun shootouts. So this is actually fast-paced action for him.
Yeah.
So it's different. So the first time I saw it, being very familiar with his action style, it took me a bit to adjust. Second viewing, the car chases and everything else, awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
I remember after the first chase scene, I looked over at you and I said, that was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And...
blew me away.
So many movies have done car chases that it would seemingly be something that's been driven to the ground, and wouldn't be able to do anything fresh with it. But the way he does it is very unique.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's only there's 3 chases in the movie. There's not that many chases, but when they're there, it just... I can't even explain how just incredible it is, and it feels so completely new in something that's been done since... I mean, every movie I've seen, every big action movie I've seen, almost every single one has a car chase scene, and this movie blew me away with how original they were. There's a moment in the first one, the first chase scene, where they go underneath. He's in a red car, and there's 2 red cars, and you go underneath the bridge, and they play kind of like, when you have the ball underneath the hats, and you do that with the cars, and I was like, that's awesome. It blew me away. I can't say enough about the action. It was fantastic.
Absolutely, yeah. It is, and that's, like I said, action movie. If you want something fun to watch, like a summer movie should be, really well made, well shot, it'll suck you in. That's where the editing and the music comes in, and it sucks you into the scene, and you forget about, that you don't particularly care about the story all that much, because the action is so much fun.
Yeah.
And you still do care about Baby. They do drive into you that he's a good person and that he doesn't like killing. And something I did catch on my second viewing is that the music serves for an escape for him, which they straight up say that a couple times, but whenever he would start to see violence or he would start to get uncomfortable with what he was doing, he would go back into the music and get lost in it again. And I really like that a lot.
Yeah, and I didn't even notice that, but going back, I mean, thinking about it, that definitely was something that I'm sure was on purpose too, which is another just how layered this movie is. You brought up just like the details in this movie. There's a car chase scene. There's a picture of him on the TV. And there's this flash, and the picture shows up on the TV. And like most movies would just have the picture, and you'd be like, oh, I wonder how they got that. But they actually they went the way to show you that happened, and then to show you it to you on the screen was really cool.
Jon Hamm's wife is played by an actress I've never seen before. Her name is Isa Gonzalez, something like that. She's pretty excellent.
Yeah.
They have really good chemistry, and they have this. I mean, they say it in the. They say it. Okay, actually, they make a joke about Bonnie and Clyde somewhere else in the movie, but they're the Bonnie and Clyde of this movie.
Yeah.
And they're a lot of fun to watch together.
Yeah, I almost like their relationship more than Baby.
That's a good point.
Bros.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they were great. Lily James, the love interest, in also another pretty limited role, didn't do too bad.
I think, given the dialogue she was given, Baby himself is kind of awkward. She did the best I think she could have.
Exactly. And she kind of plays that one-off small town waitress, kind of, just simple, kind of a simple character. It wasn't really an interesting character, but there's so many other interesting characters in this movie that they don't all have to be the best.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, the second time I saw it, I definitely did walk out being glad I saw it a second time.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't rewatch most movies, and when I do, I normally I didn't like that as much. So it's cool to rewatch a movie, like it more. Normally, when you say you need to watch a movie and not think about it as hard, that's normally a really bad thing. But this one, it's so well made. The technical expertise on display is so incredible. But not just like we had millions of dollars to spend, we threw it at the wall like a lot of blockbusters. This was actual technical know-how, which is really, really cool. And it's an original idea, kind of. The music part is, it's drive, and it reminds me a lot of a movie written by Quentin Tarantino called True Romance. This guy runs off with guys running off with a girl is every other movie. Yeah. So, and I think he runs off with a girl in Drive too. It's been a long time since I've seen Drive. So,
maybe this isn't as original as we thought.
Yeah, but it's the music. And I listen to music all the time, and as an editor, I'm thinking that action scenes would go so well with these songs, and it uses one of my favorite rock songs, Radar Love.
Yes.
And I got so excited the first time I saw this movie, and that came on the radio in a very funny way, why it comes up on the radio. All of Edgar Wright's movies get better upon every viewing. And so it's already gotten better upon a second viewing. And there are things such as people having fake names and people having real names in the movie that I know is significant.
Yeah.
And the movie goes out of its way to reveal every character's name in a very specific way, and I'm not sure why. So that's something I would definitely want to look into when I watch it in the future. So that there are things to pull out of this movie. It is deeper than it seems on the surface.
Yeah.
Alright, so final recommendation. Should people see this? Who should see this?
I think everyone should see this. I think if you love action movies, go watch it. If you love music, go watch it. If you just love attractive people on the big screen like most of us, go see it. It's a great movie. It's fun.
But yeah, definitely not for little guys. Maybe like 15, 16 would be fine. It depends on how you do with language. But yeah, if you want a fun, original action movie and you like cars, you like shootouts, you like classic rock,
Yeah.
all that. You're gonna enjoy it if you like Jamie Foxx, if you like Kevin Spacey.
I would say don't let 16-year-olds go see this movie, because if they just got their license and they watch this movie, they're going to get into a car accident. There's no doubt in my mind. Because after this movie, I wanted to just put my car on manual and stick shift my way through town. It was it's quite an experience afterwards driving. Makes driving normal feel cool too.
And you know what I realized? I know a lot of hardcore Fast and Furious fans were kind of mad at Fate of the Furious, which came out earlier this year, as not being much of a car movie.
This one is.
This honestly is probably the Fast and Furious movie Fast and Furious fans have been looking for quite a while.
Yeah.
Old school Fast and Furious fans. This is a better Fast and Furious movie than any of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh, it's
probably
10 times better than Fate.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, there you go. If you want a solid car-based action movie, this is the one to go for.
Yeah.
Jake, I really appreciate you coming on today. This has been a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll be able to do some more of these in the future.
Yes.
Where can people find more stuff from you?
You can find me on Twitter at jdouglas30. I have a really dumb movie takes on there. You can check out. We have a podcast, the Kids at College Show. So just go on Twitter at Kids College Show, Instagram at Kids College Show. Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud. Kids in College. It's me and my friend Sam Mosier, and Cameron's made 2 appearances on there. We're hoping to have him on again soon to talk about movies again, as we like to do. So yeah, that's where you can find us.
I'm a big fan of this podcast. I love it. Even the episodes I'm not on. Especially the episodes I'm not on. Every episode is great. They have a guest on every time where they try and do something original. It's always a fun time. And it's something, get on the train now. They're going to start making videos and stuff over the course of the next year. And I told them, if they're not on the Entertainment Weekly podcast spread within a year, I'm cutting their funding. So make sure they're popular.
Yeah, well, Entertainment Weekly, if you're watching.
Yeah.
Contact us.
They're big
they love my stuff. They love Flat Out Studios.
Absolutely. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.